Hello and welcome to the Sugar City Con podcast. With me today is
Gigi
and
Jack.
I am that ginger kid on the internet, one of the three hosts. So yeah, let's get it started.
Let's get started.
I was thinking
We were all thinking it.
Okay, so we have had a different version of this podcast before, and I was in that Sugar City Nerds, but it's long gone now. Unfortunately, Grant and Sean are no longer with us. I mean, they're still alive.
I was like, they're not dead.
They're still alive, but
Shit.
it's not
they moved on.
with Sugar City. Yeah. But if you want more Grant for your buck, go to It's for Nerds, just on iTunes or Facebook. Yeah, shameless plug. I'm in that one too. It's quality listening. So yeah, Sugar City Con is a pop culture event based in Mackay. One of the first regional pop culture conventions. So yeah, some bragging rights just there.
Yeah.
I'm the guest coordinator, George's sponsorship, and
Yeah, what am I, Peter?
Jack runs the show. You're the showrunner, big boy.
What am I, Peter? Come on.
I'll let you just introduce yourself, because you're looking at me ready to go.
I'm the coordinator, so I make sure that shit runs fine on the day and all that. So
Good times. Good times. It better run.
Yeah, I was
Otherwise, we'll have your head, man.
if it's a bad time, then you know who to blame.
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
And I'll give you his home address and phone number and stuff,
Instant
so we
throw
got
under the
sorted.
bus.
Yeah, so this is our first episode, so we're just trying to wing it, as they say, with the structure of the podcast.
Yeah, because we literally organised this half an hour after we got here.
Yeah.
That's so true.
The first half of us just
No, we should probably start off with guests, I guess, and
Yeah.
news that we've got already.
stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
Not the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, because we'd get in trouble for that probably. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
what have we announced so far? What can we talk about?
So far,
Hang that over you.
oh thanks. So far we've got 3 guests, have we not?
Yes, 3
Yeah.
confirmed guests.
Yeah, 3 confirmed guests. So we've got the brothers,
Yep.
who we've had Wayne Nichols before.
The brothers Adam and Wayne Nichols. Yep.
Yeah, and we've had Wayne before, and he's super awesome. So it's so good to have him back again.
Legend.
And I'm really excited to meet his brother. Hopefully they're
Adam's really cool
I was
too.
gonna say hopefully they're on like equal terms of coolness. And then we've also got BBC
CB
BBC.
Studios.
edit that out.
CB Studios cosplay.
Yeah,
he
okay.
does a whole bunch of different awesome cosplays. He's done like Mr. Lordy from the band Lordy. You probably haven't heard of them, but there's fucking awesome Finnish metal band. And he's also done like what?
Let's just swap mics and you can have this one while you talk.
Why?
Look at him fast. Look, talk normally into yours.
Yeah. And he's also, at the moment, he's working on an Iron Man costume, and it's looking pretty fucking sick at the moment. I'm keen to see that. Hopefully he brings it to the con, fingers crossed. But yeah, he's also done Winter Soldier from Captain America, Winter Soldier, and what else? He's done a whole bunch of different stuff, like
He's done
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack, which
his
is
Captain
really
Jack is
good.
amazing.
Yeah, I like that.
And like, what's the, I'm trying to think of the movie, Lone Ranger, what's the character in that? Toto, yeah.
Toto.
He did a really awesome character in that one, cosplay in that one too. Wayne, which you didn't mention before, Wayne and Adam, what they actually do.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Wayne
I just
Nichols
told you
is
they're cool.
Wayne Nichols is a comic artist. He's done stuff for Marvel, DC. He's been doing the Orphan Black comic series at the moment. I think he's just finished up on that. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. That he's going to be selling a lot of prints at the con. Fucking a few years ago, he did a commission for me of Rorschach from The Watchmen. It's amazing. It's one of the best things I own. So
It's just fangirling over here.
yeah, basically. Adam, his brother, he's done a bit of comic stuff too. He's more video game orientated. He works for Half Brick Studios, the guys who do like Fruit Ninja and stuff. He also, pretty sure he created like the look and concept of Star Killer from the Force Unleashed games. And yeah, he's done quite a bit in the video game stuff, so I'm keen
That's
to
cool. It's nice
see
to
him
have
again.
variety.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so far that's all of our guests that we have announced. There's
that we've
still
announced.
quite a few,
Still have a few
coming
up
up.
our sleeve, but yeah.
But you guys are just gonna have to wait for that. So there'll be more podcasts and more updates and stuff. Apart from that, we've got Delhi Bay as our sponsors again this year, so we'd like to welcome them back on board. And Mad Men as well for the first time this year. They've sent some really cool prizes in for us, so you guys can look forward to that on the day.
Anime and stuff, good times. Well, not just anime,
All that
but
anime stuff.
weed.
Oh man.
So where do we want to get started? Oh, we should also probably mention the trivia night coming up.
Oh, that we should actually take it away.
So 23rd of April.
Yeah.
Should be. I think it's like starts at 7, if I'm correct.
Let me just find out for you, mate, because we should probably know the facts.
It's $15 a person. It's six people a table, and for non-social club members it's like 15, and social club members it's 10. So if you sign up for social club for $5 and get the social club discount, you're getting free membership. So like you're crazy not to take it, and you get some cool perks with the social club, like get to talk to our guests, get to find out like news and stuff before the public, and just a few like cool perks and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth checking out for free, basically, if you're thinking of going to the trivia night. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so like Peter said, doors open at 6:30, but I guess the trivia night starts at 7. We should probably tell you where it is. Hey.
Yeah. Grove Hall. Even though you're probably just looking that up. But yeah, it's at Grove Hall.
And there is drinking as well, so
Yeah.
not just Coke. You can have like rum and Coke if you want to.
Thank God.
I don't know if you're selling rum
right.
and Coke in particular, but I know last year we had a bit of goon.
Oh, good God.
But I was just hitting the Great
fancy
Northerns,
stuff.
but you know.
Yeah, but anyway, there's all of the information on our Facebook page, or in the if you are in Social Club already, you'll already have seen that. But yeah, all of us will be there, and it'll just be a really good night, I reckon, if you bring a few friends along. And yeah, it's something different as well.
Yeah, just like I went to last year's one. It was just a great, just fun event, like something a bit different. You don't really get nerdy trivia, especially where we live, so it's just a fun, different thing.
Yeah, and if you guys are wondering, I guess, why we're hosting a trivia night, it's to help raise money for the actual convention. So we're, as a committee, we don't take any of those funds. It all goes in towards the event. So I guess, whatever you guys help invest is going to be straight into the convention itself and how good the weekend's going to be. So
yeah, we are a not-for-profit organisation, so everything we make from the events goes straight back into next year's event or other upcoming events type thing. So it's really just a bunch of nerds putting on an event for other nerds. So
what do you call it, nerd, Nate?
Come on, embrace it.
But yeah, so seriously, there's no it's gold coin events, that sort of thing. So you can bring. I think we're having a bottle. Are we having a coin tossing?
Yeah, coin toss, silent auction, stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's food and drink. Dinner is taken care of as well, so that's not an extra cost. That's in, I guess, your ticket as well. So I think it's pizza, isn't it?
Yes. So everyone loves some good pizza. Also, check out our Facebook page, Sugar CityCon. I'll leave a link in the description.
Yeah, all the links, especially to the artists and the cosplayer as well, all of that will be in the description for you guys to check out.
So yeah, I think that's it for plugging the con. And just doing a little bit of advertising and just...
Self-advertising.
Yeah, self-advertising. But yeah, so let's go to what we've been playing for this week. Let's start off with good old Jack.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, basically, probably the first thing, probably the most recent thing I've been playing, we said playing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. just to clarify, video games.
Alright, basically for this week, yesterday, the closed beta for Doom.
Oh, how was that?
It's actually really good.
Yeah,
It's
I
actually
haven't.
really
I
good.
haven't actually had a go at it. But
Yeah, been waiting for it because when I pre-ordered Wolfenstein: The New Order way back in
Did that have
2014,
beta access?
it had beta access code,
Oh.
and I put it in, and then I was like waiting like a couple months, it'll be out, and then it's like 2 years later,
Yeah,
and I was like,
holy
oh,
crap.
I deserve this because I got this 2 years ago, and then it's like, oh, download for free. I was like, yeah, so it's close beta. It's really good. It's very Halo-like. Very arena shooter. Reminds me of Quake a lot, but it's just a lot more violent and it's great. It's really cool abilities. Weapons are really good. There's one really cool ability with a teleport. Instead of a grenade, you like throw it and then it kind of zooms off. Then you hit it whenever you want. You teleport to that spot.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can. Say someone's around the corner, you can like chuck it and like you can zoom right to it, and then you can just like shoot.
You can
it
use
back
that
of
as
the
like
head.
an escape too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
You can
good.
like chuck it somewhere before you enter a room, run in, you're like, oh, this is a bad idea. And you can
Yeah,
zoom-
abort,
you-
abort.
Yeah, abort, jump back out. But it's only once per.
I would
once
use
per
that
life.
so much. Holy.
So, yeah, that's been really good. It's only multiplayer though, but it's gearing up to be good because it comes out on May 1st.
yeah, it's
When is
really
it?
soon. Yeah.
May? You were saying before?
It's
Or-
like next month. I don't know dates.
Yeah.
But
It's super
I'm getting
soon,
ready.
yeah.
It's isn't it a little like a few days after Uncharted 4?
I think so. It's like I think Uncharted's the 10th of May and Doom's 13th
Yeah, something
or
like that.
something
Don't
like
quote
that.
us, 'cause we
Yeah,
didn't-
like we could be wrong.
Yeah, we're probably
Don't go to the
wrong.
shop and saying Georgia said this.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, no, it's been really good. And I haven't played anything much for the past month, but I've been playing more Division again because it's been off gaming for the past few weeks. But yeah, getting through the Division, currently level 15 today, so getting there.
That's 14 levels.
But no, it's quite enjoyable.
Actually, I think I'm level 3.
I have
Otherwise-
friends who are level 40,
I don't think I've played too much else. Yeah, it's been pretty barren recently. It hasn't been too much kind of come out. Can't think of anything else come out recently. That's
nothing
been big.
besides the Division. Nothing.
Yeah.
I know the next one's Ratchet and Clank, and I'm fucking keen for that.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Like,
pre-order.
don't even stop.
You want to take over now? What you've been playing then?
Okay, I guess I'll take over.
Yeah.
I've been playing Shadow
Nice
Warrior.
transition.
So that's like
Oh.
Shadow Warrior is like this fucking awesome samurai ninja game where you just like it's like a first person action game where you just have like a samurai sword and stuff and just kill monsters and other ninjas and like Yakuza type like mafia people and stuff like that.
Man, that just sounds like my life every day.
It really does, eh? Like, oh, Jack would love this, but he's probably
Jack
bored
lives
after-
this, don't
Yeah, he's a bit bored with living it. So,
Lol.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway,
As you're saying.
please continue.
but yeah, I think it's kind of like an indie game. I'm pretty sure. Like it wasn't like a full retail. Like it was a bit cheaper. I paid $8 for it, but I think usually retail price is like 50 hard copy, and that was like brand new when it came out. It's like, and the second one comes out soon, so I'm pretty keen for that. And I know that there was an old school Shadow Warrior, but like back in the Doom days, I think, or it looks a lot like the old school like Doom and like Duke Nukem and stuff, like that
Yeah.
type of old PC type
Yeah.
3D first person shooter type thing. So I mean, I'm not playing that, but the new one's really fucking cool. I'm keen for the second one. So yeah, that's about it for me on what I've been playing. But yeah, over to you.
Thanks. Yeah, I haven't really. I don't know. The last couple of weeks, I haven't really played that much, to be honest. The last thing I probably picked up was the Division. Not level 15 yet, but yeah, I'm still kind of at the start of the game. I mean,
That's
I
kind of
already
exclusive for pros.
mate.
Is 15 that high though? Like,
It's
I'm
halfway.
thinking.
I think 30 is max.
I think
No,
40.
no, people,
40,
people
yeah.
on my friends list are like 44 now.
Oh,
that's
I
the
think
dark
there was
zone. I think
Yeah.
there's the dark zone, it's like the multiplayer. I think that goes a bit higher.
Ah,
I'm not
okay.
sure though.
I think there's
Either way,
also
you're
a
a
patch for
scrub.
Division coming up soon, isn't it? Like
I
a big
wouldn't know.
update.
Yeah, I think there is. I think it is or it is.
Yeah, the same date as Destiny's big update. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I haven't had a chance to play much. So yeah, since the Division, nothing new.
What was the thing before that then? Anything before that?
Yeah, before that I was playing Far Cry Primal.
How was that? I've always,
Tell me.
I always played like all the Far Cry's. I was a really big fan of them, and then I saw Primal. I liked the idea, but it just looked really boring.
Really? See, I was the opposite. I'm not a huge Far Cry fan. You're like, get out. No, this is my
I'm just
house.
like slowly hating you.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry I asked. Yeah, no, I'm not a huge shooter fan. She says right after saying she picked up the Division. But, yeah, so the Far Cry's, even though they looked gorgeous, they never really appealed to me. But then Far Cry Primal had like mammoths and saber-toothed cats, so obviously I was going to get it.
Yeah, I thought I would have liked it for that because, I like that kind of stuff like Ark, like I like dinosaurs
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff you don't see too much in games. I was like, I was keen for, that's what I mean, I was keen for the concept and haven't really done prehistoric stuff too much before, but then I think it was just because it's a Far Cry game. It was because all I saw was just like he'd run up and like stab someone with a spear 5 times and then they'd fall over and die, and then like he had like a hatchet or a spear, or no, sorry, a bow and arrow, and that was like
I know what you
limited to
mean.
your weapons, and I was
No.
like, I feel like that wouldn't be very...
There's a few like the weapon choice is pretty good. I haven't played too much of it, so I don't have all the weapons and stuff yet, but...
Do you have an upgraded rock yet? A bigger rock, from a small rock to a big rock?
No, I don't think I do.
Is that an upgrade?
I don't know. No, I've only played a little bit of stuff, but I really like how they made the atmosphere. The atmosphere is so accurate to what I put like that kind of era would have been like. Like everything is just trying to kill you. Like everything. You can't go anywhere without being like bitten at or like even in like a nice little spot in the middle of your safe camp, you're either lighting the place on fire and then for some reason the fire just comes straight back at you. Okay, like I've almost died so many times from my own fire.
Maybe you should stop being a pyromaniac.
You can light like everything on fire. It's so good. Like everything just anyway. And like yeah, even the birds and stuff like attack. It's just everything attacks you. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Alright.
And it looks amazing, like every other Far Cry. But yeah, apart from that, nothing.
Alright. All we learned from that was that
Naruto.
Georgia loves fire. She just loves burning stuff and
true,
killing
I
stuff.
do.
In her own village, mind you. All the tribe people just burn them.
Well, there's dead grass. It was asking for it.
Oh, there's dead
I was
grass.
asking for
I didn't think about trimming it. I just burnt it.
Wow. Rude.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's good to see that's your primary kind of objective in the past.
Yeah,
is
thank
to
you.
Get rid of your grass.
Yeah, well, I like to keep the place tidy.
This isn't Sims.
No, I did actually, and apart from that, I have been playing a bit more Naruto, which is really good.
Weeb.
Screw you. I was playing it at work the other day.
Playing it at work.
Yeah, I finished work and I was
That
playing
was a
it.
confession.
No, I finished my shift.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm done.
You
Done
done?
with
Just
this.
drop the mic.
Done
You
with
done?
done with you guys. I'm out.
Alright, so this is the first and last episode we had with Georgia, so send in your applications.
Oh, I was like, what?
I was a bit lost then too.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Screw you.
You said you left, so
Yeah.
you're out.
You probably should have walked out and you did that too.
I was going, but then I would have to like come back and sit down. And
I'd have to get up.
Yeah, exactly. It was the whole couch scenario all over again.
She just opened the bottle by herself too.
Oh wow.
Wow.
We should
Taking it
explain
to
what
the
happened.
grave.
Yeah.
No,
you go.
don't.
You're
Well,
the-
basically,
Marina.
before George's sister came in and gave us some water here, some bottled Frantel water.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Some nice, refreshing beverages. But Georgia went to open it and she couldn't open it because she's a girl.
Oh,
So sexist. Alright, listen, no, this is my version of the story and the true version I might add.
Well, are you saying you're not a girl? 'Cause I'm saying because
Alright, okay, that bit's true. But where you're going, alright.
I was.
I'm never gonna let you finish because
Judge
my
me, judge
nails, okay, I just painted them.
couldn't be
And
worse.
they're
Starts off
wet.
with my nails.
So I can't, like you don't want to like get indents from the side of the cap in your new nail polish. So
Relatable.
it was a really difficult time. Right. The point is I opened it and they're dry now, so I can continue to open my water bottles.
The point is, she asked for help. I didn't give it to her because she looked like she was
'Cause he's
struggling and it
rude.
looked really funny. And that's what we talk about here.
Yeah, that's so welcome to the podcast.
And before
we
we had
just
to-
bully everyone.
We had to move furniture before, and she was like pushing it with her feet would like just put her foot on it and just push it away.
My nails!
Poor effort. Anyway, back on track. Going on to what we have read, because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a short list. Well, not, for me at least, not you, of course. But
No, I'm really talking about one today.
okay, then go ahead, buddy.
Oh, thanks. I read just recently, and by recently I mean last night, Everything by Nicola Yoon. It's really, really good. It is a romance novel, I guess, so probably most people don't really care for it. But I thought it was a really, really good novel, not just in terms of romance novels, but just as a kind of like a life novel as well. Sort of like if anyone's read The Alchemist, it has a sort of similar vibe to that, so I really liked it. I gave it a 10 out of 10, and I haven't given a book a 10 for like ever. For a long time. So yeah, if you are a reader, even if you're not so much into romance, I do recommend picking it up and just having a look, or even just reading through a couple of pages and seeing how it is. It's her debut novel, and I honestly think it is amazing. But yeah, I've read tons of other stuff, but I decided just to talk about that one today.
I've read one thing in the last week or so, and that was it's a comic book, because I like books with pictures. Like, if it doesn't have pictures, what's the point? Normal books are for nerds. But and by the way, Jack's not participating in this because he doesn't read at all. So
Yeah, I just honestly hate reading.
honestly, I thought you were a bookworm. For some reason, I just assumed you read novels and stuff.
Is it because I'm white?
Probably, but I think it's mostly.
That's the worst judgment ever.
No, because one time you were talking to me like, I love writing, and I'm like, oh, all writers
Oh
love
yeah,
reading.
like I love writing. Like don't get me wrong, I'll write everything all day, but just put me down, tell me to read something, I'll just be like, nah, I'm going.
Are you saying the only?
Bye.
Are you saying the only things worth reading is what you write?
No,
Is that
I
what
didn't say
you're
that.
How self-indulged.
Yeah,
I just say I like
What a
writing just
dick.
because I do it, just to kind of just expression of self and soul and this way to get things off my back and all that. I don't expect anyone to read my stuff. It's just I hate reading.
No, that's cool. I wish I could like write what I'm thinking. I'm not very good at expressing what's going on in my head. Be nice though. That's why I read.
Well, there you go.
Because I can't write.
Anyway, so I read one comic book in the last week, and that was Saga. It's like I read the first volume of that. It's like a fantasy. I reckon you'd like it, Georgia. It's pretty. Maybe even you if you read, but it's like
It's pictures. All you
Thanks,
have
man.
to do is look.
I appreciate the recommendation.
The inclusion.
Yeah, like I like that.
Anytime I'll put it on my Jack doesn't read. So it's like it's fantasy and stuff, but it's like so fucking weird. But it's a good weird.
It's a good recommendation.
Like there's a computer prints and stuff like that, and then it just cuts to one scene where he's just fucking his missus, and I'm like, what the fuck? And you see his computer.
Why do you think we would like this?
Oh, well,
Just out of
that's
curiosity. Like,
I
what
feel
kind
like-
of people do we?
That's not the whole book. It's just
The part you
that's
chose
just
to
one
say.
part. Yeah, the part I chose to talk about.
The party remembered.
Yeah, the part I remembered. The rest is pretty cool though. It's just the first volume was about. It was kind of, you haven't met the character yet, but it was talking. This girl's talking about her parents, and like it's kind of her parents' journey. And I haven't read any of the others, but I feel like it's going to then go into like her adventures after this type thing. But all these like military guys, and the prince is like the head of. No, wait. The computer prince is like one of the head of the military and stuff, and shit like that. It's very uncensored, and it's kind of it's by Image Comics, so it's not Marvel or DC, and it's nothing. It's not related to superheroes in any way, because when most people think, oh, comics are like, oh, superheroes. But yeah, it's a good fantasy read. I feel like I did a shit job at explaining it, so just look it up for yourself.
Yeah, I have no way close to understanding what this is about.
Oh, same. But
I feel like you're on
point.
the same page as me right now. Still.
Yeah. It
But-
sounds interesting though. Like
Yeah.
it sounds different compared to, I guess, the usual comic book.
yeah, like
I
it is. It's like it takes traditional type fantasy things, but makes it modern as well. Like it's kind of like modern, and like I don't know how
Like
to.
modern
It's just
fantasy.
a hard thing to explain right
Yeah.
now, but yeah, I recommend reading it. But most people have it. It's a very popular series, so yeah, that's it from me for reading. I guess now we're on to what we've watched.
Do you want to
Jack's
say
the
anything
movie
about what
guy.
you wrote about?
Oh yeah,
Do you want to whip
inner
out your diary?
feelings.
Oh, like, you actually want me to go on with this, or
Go.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
in this
well,
segment,
okay.
and it's different. It's probably more interesting than what we've got.
Well,
Do you want a good mic?
no, this is the good mic. You're about.
No, we swapped them.
Oh,
This
did
is
we?
the good mic.
It
Oh,
doesn't
Sorry.
matter.
it doesn't matter.
So
She's all
rough.
sweet. Basically,
illusion.
because because I do a lot of like songwriting, like lyrics and stuff, and so it's weird. Like when I write stuff, it's not like I sit down and then I want to write something. It's I get in hits of inspiration. Like I'm sitting there at work and then something will hit me. I'll be like,
Take
grab
the fiber.
it, just give me a piece of paper. I need to write this. I need to write this down right
Then
now.
you just
Yeah.
like write a grocery list.
I need to write when it hits me. Then when it hits me, I
Yeah.
can write a whole verse or a whole chorus or something. I can write something down, and then from there later I'll go back to it, and then I'll kind of expand on that. And
Just getting like that idea. On
getting
paper.
that
Yeah, and
catalyst
then you work
idea,
with
and
it,
then
yeah.
then expanding on it from there is basically the way I do things. But yeah, it just comes and goes. It's not like a constant thing. But a lot of people do write differently, from what I've heard. Like, I'd love to see how someone else. I don't really know too many people who do write, kind of.
Peter, do you write?
I write Facebook statuses sometimes. No, actually, I've been interested in writing. Like, I kind of do want to get into writing a bit, but
Yeah, you were saying you wouldn't mind being like a journalist sort of thing. wouldn't
yeah,
you?
actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to go into uni for.
This is about writing now.
Actually,
The podcast is about
Yeah.
writing.
scrap it. We're just the writing podcast. Anyway, so yeah, I want to go into uni soon. Because I'm like, I might as well do something in life sooner or later. So I kind of I've been thinking I
that
really
make
want to
you
get
feel like
into
writing?
journalism and like kind of like not typical journal like games / like pop culture related journalism, or even like being a presenter type thing, like just trying to break out, like doing online stuff, most like for whether it be IGN or one of those websites where it's like they do gaming news articles or just like top 10s and shit like that. That'd be a pretty cool job. And
Yeah.
you can be like, hey, I have this degree in journalism, when like your Auntie Margaret is like, oh, you do YouTube videos? That's not a proper career. Like, you know how like it's still not seen as a real people job. Not that I care what people think, but
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I totally see it as a career, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I get what you mean there.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I feel like I'm just rambling bullshit and oh well.
Surely not.
So we're going.
Yeah, Peter?
Thanks, buddy. It's so reassuring. So what we've been watching.
Did you want me to start? Is that,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
what we're
you,
doing?
yes,
Alright.
yes, yes.
Go for
You're
it.
the movie guy.
All right. So I think one of the things I want to start with saying I'm watching is I've been watching 11/22/63.
Is that the James Franco one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's on Stan. I don't know what it is in every places, but it's on Stan here in Down Under, and basically it's a novel by Stephen King, if I said that right, and it's developed by J.J. Abrams. I'm pretty sure, and it's got James Franco in the lead role.
So
and
just
set-
a bunch of good stuff.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
got
That's
some,
a
like
good lead
all
up.
along the way. It's somewhat
Yeah.
different and interesting. And basically, it's set in modern day. James Franco is a teacher, and his friend shows him basically a time portal that sends him back to 1960, and he can just walk in and out anytime he wishes. But when you walk in, it basically creates an alternative timeline.
That's cool.
And he can do what he wants, but when he walks back through, that timeline closes and gets destroyed.
Oh, so it's like a one chance.
So it's like
thing.
one thing. So he goes
Yeah.
in, he can run in, punch someone, like kill him or whatever, come back, and then go back in, and then it restarts at one point all the time. So it's like he walks out and there's just people doing things all the time. So he does it a few times, and it's the same thing every time. So, and when you're in there, only 2 minutes passes in real life, like in the modern day.
That's cool.
So basically, his old friend tells him that his old friend's been going in there for a while. He hasn't told anyone about it, and he's trying to prevent the assassination of JFK. and when he goes in, it's 1960, and it happens in 1963, so he has to go in there and live for 3 years, and but he could leave at any time, come back, and everything would be gone. But it's only been 2 minutes in the real one, so it's pretty interesting. It's only 8 parts. I think it's only a special mini series. It's been 7 episodes. There's 1 episode left. It's gone right to the point where the assassination is going to take place. So there's a bit of time jumps along the way.
So you do get the full story.
Yeah, it's full story. So I think it's only going to be this one. Like it's just one-off. Yeah, but it's pretty interesting to watch. It's pretty. I like seeing all like the old '60s stuff and like the cars and the clothes and the way their society is and how different it is to ours today. Like the racism and the sexism and all that, and like him going back, he like stands up for all that, and like
he'd be so out of place.
Yeah, he feels like really out of place, but he just stands up for him, and like people who are like
could be that difference though.
Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, there's 1 episode left now, so it comes out Tuesdays. It's worth a watch though, because I like time travel stuff and just messing with the past and all that. So I've been watching a lot of that. What else have I been watching? I watched season 2 of Daredevil. Neither of you's watched it yet, eh? You said?
No, I want to get into the Frank Miller comics before I actually watch the series. Nah,
because I love the Punisher. He's probably my favourite comic book hero. Just because he's just brutally violent, and he's not really a hero.
He's like an anti-hero.
He's just an anti-hero. He just because his way of living is just so black and white. Like if you're bad, you die. That's the end of story. I kind of enjoy that's the way he sees things, even though other people don't see it that way. And he's just like executioner. That's the end of story. So I kind of liked it for that. And
that's like a sort of Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpoolish, I guess. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, he's just like out there just to get rid of all the scum, really. And he's played by John Bernthal. Bernthal?
I don't know.
John B.
We'll call him John B. Yeah, he's Shane on The Walking Dead. Yeah, he gets played by him. He does a really good job as the Punisher, actually.
He does have that kind of brooding, like
it's
kind of remorseless and feel.
Yeah, remorse is probably a pretty good word to use. He does a really good job, and there's a lot of really good fight scenes in season 2. I was really impressed. They're bringing Elektra as well, but I didn't really like her. She doesn't really interest me, but I was really just there to watch the Punisher, really. I probably wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for him, but there's really a lot of good fight scenes and all of that. But yeah, I might pass along. What about you, Peter?
Actually, I'll put it on to Georgia, and then
you're like, I've watched it for a while.
I have a bit of a list of movies I've watched.
Actually, what I should say though is the other day I just watched Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's the one.
I was going to say Unleashed.
Star Trek.
Unleashed. That's the game though.
Star Trek: The Force Awakens. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that one.
I watched that the other day. That was pretty good because I never saw it at the cinema. I'm not really big a Star Wars fan.
Did I. Wait, no, I saw it 3 times. Don't worry. Online.
But yeah, not really a big Star Wars fan to begin with. But I did enjoy it. It felt like a lot like A New Hope, though.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. Like it is
very similar.
Yeah, but
that's what I learned.
It's pretty good though. Like even.
It's good. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of comedy. I thought.
At least it's the Star Wars films, unlike the prequels that were absolute trash. But
the one thing I thought was really good is the 2 new leads.
Ray and Finn.
Everyone has
Ray and
really
Finn.
loved them.
They actually, I thought from what I saw in the stills and promos, they didn't really look that interesting. But when I watched it, I was like, oh, they did actually a pretty good job, and they good kind of passing of the torch. They did a really good job of that. So.
And I feel like this movie was just trying to like nod towards the old Star Wars and kind of just as you said, pass the torch. Like it's probably going to get less and less of the old characters and stuff like that.
But it still kept in touch with the original series in a way because it's kind of like the whole. It's stepping down, passing the torch, but it's still that kind of whole.
Like
it's still the same kind of. Yeah, it's the whole families thing still. It's just like
There was a lot of fan service in it too, where it was just like.
Oh really? I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I meant in the way of nodding towards the old movies.
Okay,
that type of fan service.
I was like,
not anime Japanese.
Sorry, I'm just too used to
service.
it.
No. more fan service in the way of like, oh look, that's a Millennium Falcon, and when everyone saw it, they're like, holy shit.
I didn't pick up on it straight away.
Oh, really?
I saw it and I was like, that looks like that was shit, but I was just like, nah. Then he came in and I was like, oh, okay.
I was at the midnight screening, and when they showed Millennium Falcon, everyone's like, whoa! Everyone's like just cheering and shit and so keen. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, so that's how much of a fan I am. I didn't notice it straight away. That's dictates how much of a fan I was. So.
Fair enough.
Good.
Hey, they should all be in there. No, in there. Yeah, in there. Yeah, that's why. Please keep the door closed. Just cut that out.
Yeah, that's what I do. But yeah, that's basically my thing of Star Wars.
Fair enough.
Oh, the other day I watched Creed as well, which is the Rocky sequel spin-off.
Is it?
It's really good.
So is it related to Rocky?
It's
Is it like a spiritual?
It's in the Rocky universe.
Oh, okay.
And Rocky's still in it. It's the son of Apollo Creed, which is Rocky's friend from the old films.
Okay, yeah.
It's one of like Apollo Creed's like sons. And
Didn't the actor for Apollo Creed die recently? Is
Carl
that correct?
Weathers. Yeah, I think he did actually. Yeah.
I blame Dolph Lundgren, but
But yeah, no, it's actually his like son. He gets Rocky to train him. He wants to be a
Okay.
boxer, but he doesn't. The whole thing's about like him trying not to live in his dad's shadow of like being like the greatest
Okay.
boxer in the world, kind of.
yeah, I didn't realize it was related to it. In any
Yeah,
way.
no,
I just
and
thought,
they are doing a sequel as well.
Oh, nice.
So they worked out pretty well. But yeah, anyway, go on. Who was Georgia next?
You haven't watched any more movies? I thought you would have watched heaps.
Watched. I was watching The Waterboy again last night.
Okay.
That's always a great film. I watched actually yesterday. I watched Goon. I don't know if you've heard of Goon. It just came on Netflix as well.
Yeah, isn't that the one with
Sean William Scott.
It's
It's ice
guy
hockey.
from American Pie? Pretty sure.
Yeah, Sean William Scott.
Yeah, that one.
Stifler.
Yeah, good old Stifler.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's done by Evan Goldberg and Jay Baruchel, who work a lot with Seth Rogen. It's just like an ice hockey sports comedy. It's based on like a true story about just in ice hockey when they get thugs or they call them like thugs. They just put them on the court just to fight other people rather than actually play the game.
Okay.
So just so they're kind of intimidating. So when people come to play that game, they're just like, oh, I don't know if we want to play this team because this guy's then they'll just fight him kind of straight away. So he's not very good, but he's just a fighter, and like they just send him out there just to knock people out and stuff. So it was a good film, and that's also got a sequel coming out this year or next year as well.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So
I've yet to watch it.
yeah, but I think that's all I really
Right,
most
fair
important
enough.
ones. Yeah.
On to you next then.
Because it's probably just as long as, oh man, what do I start with? It's gonna smell like dog food in a sec. So you guys can just bathe in that.
So
But only for a few seconds because my dog inhales this food. It's disgusting. Dad, just make sure the door's closed. I don't think it's still there. Well, right. Anyway, I just got Netflix just like the other day.
Welcome to
It's
the
like,
club.
yeah, like I know I'm so behind. But yeah, the first thing I did was just kind of watch a ton of romance stuff. I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. And then I
Good
also
movie.
It
Good
is so
movie.
good.
It's great.
And it made me so sad, and I was like, oh my god, I was so happy I watched it, but at the same time I was like, I should have just never watched it.
Yeah.
And then I also watched Flipped and the No Kiss List. Flipped is really, really good. I know you were saying you wanted to play it. Watch it?
Yeah. I did see it and I was like, that might be something I'm into. But then I saw, as you said, like I saw it was like 12-year-old kids.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
And it was like 50s, 60s.
Yeah, I think, yeah, something like
And I was
that.
like, I'm not super into the retro stuff like that.
Me neither,
but
yeah. No, it's not, that sort of thing's not usually my scene either, but it was so cute. It was such a sweet little film. I don't know, I can't remember who produced it or anything like that, but it sort of had that little like indie feel. It was just really cute. I loved it. And the No Kiss List is, I think that's super recent, and I think that's also by an indie like company. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that good either. I don't know. Like I'm not sad I watched it or anything, but I probably won't watch it again. Apart from that, I caught up on Naruto Shippuden. And I finally started watching 2 shows I've been wanting to watch for ages. American Horror Story. I think I'm nearly at the end of season 1.
Was it too scary?
Shut up. And yeah, I'm really liking it. I know you said that it sort of progressively gets a little bit worse every season.
In my opinion, it just gets a little bit less interesting every season, but that's just me.
I hear that from everyone, but I kind of hear people say, oh, the first one was good, the second one wasn't as good, the third one was good. Like, everyone has like a different spin on what their favourite season was.
It kind of flip-flops around, like the quality of the show, I think, a lot. But yeah, that's just personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. I think I read previous to starting, I've read a ton of different theories on how they each season sort of intertwines. So
yeah, they're all connected.
Yeah, so I think for me, the reason I'm enjoying it so much is what was I saying?
How they're all connected and now you're watching it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thanks. Yeah, so I think the thing I'm most interested about is just kind of not just watching the show, but watching the show, and I'm trying to retain things from this season so that when I watch season 2,
it's not that blatantly obvious. Right?
Yeah, well, that's because the stuff that I've read, it's all kind of like really kind of.
It's real small things.
Yeah, like really.
Someone does something in this episode, and then next season in the 5th episode, someone does something else, and these two are kind of related.
Well, yeah, that's what I guess I'm just watching it to kind of see if it all kind of falls into place. That, and I am enjoying the first season, so I'll probably I might not like the second season as much, but I'm still going to try and watch it. And then Beyond the Boundary, it's an anime, and I've been wanting to watch it for ages because I keep seeing like Tumblr gifs and pictures and stuff on Instagram of it, and it just looks so cute. It's like I don't really, like, it has romance in the genre, but I don't really think it's very romantic. It's more of an action kind of fantasy anime. It's sort of kind of feels like Project K, if you've seen that. But it's, I don't know, I like it so far. I really like the characters and the plot and stuff, so yes. But in terms of watching, that's really all I
actually just remembered one thing I was going to talk about. Tomorrow is the season finale of season 6 of Walking Dead.
Oh God.
And they're set to introduce Negan, who is getting played by I forget his name already. He's Sam and Dean's dad on Supernatural. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, okay.
He's but basically he's
you
just
don't
like
keep up with it either.
No.
No.
Basically, I dropped off ages ago.
But basically he's just a super big bad villain, and he was really good. Like, he's just well received villain in the comic books and everything. And now he's finally coming to the TV. And
That's cool.
Everyone's just really pumped because
the
first time like you meet him in the comics, the big event goes down.
So I take it you've read it?
Yeah, I've read them.
Wait, really?
Oh man, you should have talked about that.
I was just taking the piss out of you because you don't read, but if you've read it... Respect.
Yeah, well, basically the first time that he comes across is something big goes down, so everyone's kind of... People who have read the comics kind of waiting tomorrow to see the
like
big
all
event
the
happen.
anticipation.
And then it's like, we know it's coming, but other people don't know it's coming, so... Yeah, anyway. Hey, cat.
Got a cat.
A kitten.
Okay, so that's it for you two, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until I rudely... Oh, God. There's a cat on me. Oh,
you don't
God.
like cats.
I like cats, I just didn't know what to do.
He's so cute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so... I've been watching... I watched Batman vs Superman. It was okay. Was it?
What would you give it out of 10 straight away?
Straight away, 7. 6 or 7,
That's
probably.
not that good.
A solid 7. Okay, so was it bad? No. Was it good? Yeah, it was okay.
Was it better than Man of Steel?
Yes. I didn't like Man of Steel.
I didn't like it either.
I was like, it was a bit of a drag for me, but so was Batman vs Superman. But once it got to like the cool action stuff, I was like, this is pretty sick.
Was it action all through it, or was it
No,
till like the third act? Then everything kind of went down. Was it little bits here and there? And then when it hit the end, it kind of everything went.
Yeah, I'd say once it hit the end, it picked up. Like a lot of it was talking.
But do you feel like that was too late in the film though for it to happen, kind of?
Kinda, yeah. But then the biggest problem was all the action scenes you'd already seen in the trailer, and like all the best stuff was in the trailer. And, like, there was
That's big shit.
and yeah, we're gonna do a full talk on this on It's for Nerds, but because Grant's seen it as well. But yeah, it wasn't everyone's saying, like there's a lot of people saying it was great or it was terrible. For me, it was okay.
I've seen a lot of people saying it's good. I've seen people saying it's bad. So I feel like it's either like
it's
it
really
or
just
hate it.
like watch it for yourself and just see type thing. Like it's like there's no in between. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. There's no middle ground.
And everyone's attacking each other for their opinions. Like, oh, you like it, or you're or you don't like it, you're an idiot. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I thought it was okay, but whatever. I like the funniest review, like head title though, like header was like Batman vs Superman: Yawn of Justice. I thought that was pretty funny.
We've all seen the sad Affleck, I'm assuming as well.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck just.
Oh, actually, no, I didn't watch the video. I was going to, but.
Oh yeah, it's just him and Henry.
Yep. So we just had some technical difficulties. We're just wrapping up the whole Batman vs Superman thing.
Georgia kicked the camera over.
Yeah. She's very aggressive like that, but
I think
move.
that was a retaliation of the whole water bottle lid incident of earlier.
yeah, she's just like, huh. I still can't use my nails, but I'll kick it.
Yeah, I can kick them. So
She's just
That didn't happen.
She's just waiting for them to dry so she can punch us.
it totally happened.
But yeah, so next movie I've watched was Paper Towns.
How bad is it?
Oh
my
okay,
God.
so it was.
I feel like you, Scoot, can talk about this. I haven't seen
Okay,
it.
so it
It's
was.
bad. Don't even. Oh,
So it was good. I liked it, but
I didn't.
That's just is it
Okay.
Australian or something?
no,
it's Australian.
No,
kid.
that's Paper Planes.
Oh, that's Paper Planes. Okay.
Paper Towns is a John Green
Novel movie
novel
adaptation.
made to a
Yeah.
movie. John Green, I like him. I feel like a lot of his like character, like his writing stuff is just very pretentious. So like all the characters and stuff are very like trying to be meaningful and like just like and like all these like different just like
Tryhards.
not like normal teenagers. Like,
Everything they say is like an inspirational quote.
Yeah, or
or
like-
life lessons.
Yeah, like basically that's what it is, and like just it's.
See, my problem with the film was that I haven't read the book, but I presume the book is similar, at least.
Yeah.
It just went nowhere. Like, there was no climax. There was no, like, real issues. Like, she went missing. There wasn't even a happy ending.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna spoil it.
Sorry.
Not that you guys are.
Sorry.
Not that you guys are hanging out for like
Yeah.
for it, but so basically at the end because he thinks
Wait,
she's been leaving.
should we spoiler alert this?
No,
Spoiler alert.
it'll be right. It's just most people listening to this
If
are like,
you-
oh, just finish right. We don't care. But so basically, the whole time he thinks that he's leaving her. She's leaving him hints. So he can
That's
come
such
meet
a big rejection. I felt
yeah,
so bad
he
for
can
him. I was like,
he can
really?
meet up with her and like live like happily ever after and shit.
yeah.
And like he did this whole big goose chase around town, like
He
following
went to
all
a
these
different
different hints.
town.
Went to a different town at the end, and then went and met with her. And she's like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "You left hints so I could meet you." He was like, "She was like, no, I left hints so you know I'd be okay." And I'm like, who the fuck does that? Like, wouldn't you just leave a hint, like leave a note, like, "Hey, I'm okay."
It seems like a lot of effort to go to.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that's
just like-
the whole movie is a lot of effort for nothing. And
Yeah.
it was just flat. And it's like the worst movie I've seen in a long time. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It sounds
It was
absolutely terrible from what you just said.
It was the characters were
I
like,
recommend it.
the friends of his were really funny and stuff, and they were pretty good.
The cast could
Yeah, the
have,
cast was
like
really
the
good.
cast had so much potential. Like, especially having Kara in there, like she would have drawn so. The only reason I watched it was because Kara was in it.
Yeah, I
and
felt
was
like there wasn't
okay,
enough of
cool.
her either, but
Yeah,
I guess that's
I don't know.
expected if she was going missing.
Is there any sort of like character development with the main character? Like when he's going along this, obviously he's going on a journey and he's doing things along the way. Is he learning anything along the way? Is he making friends? Or is he losing friends?
I
You
don't
find out
think
who he is.
I don't really think so, eh? Like, there's no
that's
real.
not-
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
like.
So
There's
he's just a hopeless loser who gets dragged along.
It's so you're so
Yeah.
right by the cliche teenage thing. Like, he's that unattractive, like, nerdy looking guy who's never gonna get the model, like, a chick who's dating the, like, football guy.
Yeah.
It's like the main, like, context of the story is so cliche, which is fine because sometimes cliche is good if you do it right. But the thing is that I just don't think they did it right. It was just so boring. Like, it was so boring.
Yeah.
Oh, been needing an event for so long about
I don't
this.
find it very. I didn't find it very boring. I just felt like the ending was just like a bit, like, very disappointing. I was like, fuck. Like,
Yeah,
what's the
well-
point? Like,
That was the only non-cliche thing, is that there wasn't a cliche happy ending. There was, like, no ending.
yeah, and like,
He just got back on a bus and went home.
Yeah,
And
that's
he was
what I
like,
was
oh, that sucks.
like, yeah, I thought he would have at least like lived with her, like, cause she's like, oh, stay with me. He's like, no, I have to, like, because the whole time she's like, oh, don't live a normal life and stuff, and then he goes back to live a normal life. But, well, anyway, is that enough venting in that movie?
Man, I could go on for days, but I'm feeling good about this now, so I'll
Okay.
just let it slide.
Alright, so the next movie I've watched is a little less serious, and it's called Dumb Criminals. It's made by Paulie Fennick, basically the guys behind Housos and Fat Pizza and stuff. And that's why I asked you before if you knew about it, because he showed a few scenes. Because a few weeks back, Jack and I went to Housos Live. Housos first
Houses vs Fat Pizza.
Yeah, that's
Live,
the one.
Yeah. They did a big regional tour all along the East Coast.
And so they showed a few scenes from that, and he did advertise it. And since then, I was looking forward to watching and stuff. So I watched it. It was really good. But once you've seen one of his things, you've seen all of it. It's the same type of style.
It's just the same. It's the same comedy. But it's just a different context scenario, really.
Yeah, it was still really good though. Like, it was funny, and there was a lot of dumb shit they did. Like, my favorite part from that whole movie was a skit they did show on the night where, you know, the whole like aboard a Jeep thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jimmy the
Junkie.
Junkie.
Jimmy the Junkie comes in in the movie. He's on like this toy Jeep, and he's like, "Oi, I stole a Jeep!" And like the music starts playing. And they're like, yeah. And like he just starts just driving around like this kid's like rideable Jeep, but what we
I used to
saw was
have
an
one of
actual
those.
Jeep. But yeah, it was good. If you like Fat Pizza and Housos, definitely watch it.
I thought you were about to say, I feel like fat people. And I'm like,
Oh, that too. But,
right. That's
okay,
true.
I feel like that's enough of that one. But
Yeah.
next one is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Have you seen this one?
I feel like I
I've heard of
have, or I've heard of it. Either one.
I don't know
yeah.
anything about it though.
It's typical. It's kind of like The Fault in Our Stars, but not shit. And I hate The Fault
Nice.
in Our Stars. It's like
John Green's not getting very far in this whole.
I like him. As,
We
I
had
like,
John
okay, I
Green
like John
podcast.
Green. I like John Green
Sorry.
as a person because like he's a big. I'm trying to justify why we're shitting on him.
He's a great friend. We get along so well. I love John
if
Green.
you let me finish, I was gonna say
Sorry.
he started like the VidCon stuff with YouTube. Like he's a big YouTuber, so
Yeah.
he did start up a lot of that type of stuff. But anyway, besides making fun of him, so it's kind of like The Fault in Our Stars, but it's not a romance. It's just like a teenage movie where this kid.
Oh, like slice of life. Sort of.
I don't know what you're on about.
It's an anime genre.
Okay. So I think like it's cool. I think it's classified like as coming of age or something as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, okay.
But so this kid becomes friends with a girl because she does have cancer. Like her mum's friends with his mum is friends with her mum. So his mum's like, oh yeah, I have to be friends with her. She has cancer and shit now. And so he basically like introduced like I'm only here because my mum made me type thing.
So mean.
But then, like, over the next few days, they actually do become friends. And, like, what I like about this too, him and his friend Earl made, like, since they're, like, kids, they made, like, shitty movies together. Like, just, like, homemade films and, like, write scripts and make it. They had, like, 40 of them and she'd like watching them and stuff. And then, they had, one of her friends wanted them to make a film for her and stuff like that. It's pretty good, except She dies at the end. Spoilers.
Yeah. We're gonna have to put
Usually you say
spoilers in
spoilers
the,
before the
you
actual spoiler.
No, I'm taking tips from Grant. Grant's like that too. He'll be like,
Yeah, but the thing is, no one likes Grant.
oh, shit.
This is a We Hate Grant video now.
Is this the video where I announce I'm leaving him, or I'm leaving the
Breaking up.
podcast? Yeah.
He's
So-
no longer with us anymore.
I feel like half my list is just teenage bullshit, but well,
That's life.
good times. So there's that. It was I was like, before I watched it, I was like, if she dies, I'm gonna be pissed. And like in the movie, he says, "Oh, it's okay."
She has cancer.
It's okay,
It's a movie
she-
about cancer.
But it was like leukemia, which is one of the more like curable ones.
You were
I'm pretty
hoping for a happy ending.
sure. Yeah, always want happy endings. I'm just
Sounds
that
like you
type
should
of
stop
guy.
watching movies with bad endings. 'Cause that's what the last two have been.
So how am I gonna know that? I'm gonna have to look up
Yeah,
the
just
I'm
look
gonna
up
have to look up
spoilers,
that
Sounds
ending.
like that's.
But then I'm gonna be disappointed because I already know the ending.
I do that with books though. If I think it's going somewhere I don't like it, I Google the end result, and if I'm okay with the end result, then I keep reading and just get through the shit bit. Happens all
Alright.
the time.
Okay, so on
Yeah,
to
what's next?
Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
I've actually seen this one.
Okay, cool.
I haven't, but I
you
watched the
you keep going though.
trailer.
You keep going though.
Okay.
You brought it up.
Oh, alright.
It's your turn.
I feel like you like talking though, so you can go. If you
All
want.
right.
If you
Well,
want to talk about it.
yeah. All right. It's just a horror comedy. It's just some scouts, and then basically shit goes down. Zombie apocalypse starts. And it's just them. Are they trying to get them with this? They're trying to save their other friend.
They're trying to save the friend's sister, I'm pretty sure. That's
Yeah,
how-
they're trying to get to the main character's sister. That's
Yeah, to this
'Cause
party
she's at a
that
party.
they were invited to, but were given the wrong address.
Yeah, they got given the wrong address, and
So
basically
really?
it's over like one night. It's just them trying
Yeah.
to save the sister. That's the goal. I was trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, like the plot. I don't know. I didn't really focus on.
Really,
the plot
really,
much.
it's because it's just a comedy. It's just
Yeah.
the stupid situations.
Just
they
all the
get into
funny stuff that
along the way,
happens.
and it's a lot more of a silly kind of zombie comedy. Like
Like Zombieland, but probably I feel like
it's
it's
funnier
like,
than Zombieland. I think I didn't really like Zombieland that much.
Oh really? I really liked it, but I feel like
There's a
they're
lot
on par
more.
with
There's a
each
lot
other.
more wacky stuff in this one.
Yeah, like that's when
there's
I was
some-
watching. I was like, there's a lot more wackier ways and like.
Yeah, there's some
Especially
over the top
with-
stuff that just happens. He's like, it's like one time when they first encounter the zombies, I think they're in like a strip
Yeah.
bar, and he breaks like a bottle of like
Yeah.
Jim Beam
Oh,
or something,
yeah.
and he stabs the zombie stripper, and like she falls onto him. He stabs her in the head with the broken empty
Yeah.
bit, and then it pours out through
Just like a funnel?
It like funnels onto him. He's like, like
And
just
I'm like, I
getting
didn't even
funneled.
think of that.
Yeah, it's just like stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, and that friggin' scene where they're trying to get out of the house, and
And the cats.
you can no,
they're trying to get
no.
out of the house, right? And
They're jumping out of a window
Yeah,
down
on-
to. They're on a second story house. They jump out of a window down to a trampoline, and they're gonna bounce up over the fence into the house next door because there's no zombies there. And
Alright.
they're all getting out, and the
Foolproof.
last character, he's like everyone else go first. They'll go, and then he doesn't want to jump because he's afraid. Or something.
no, there's heaps of zombies already on the trampoline.
Oh
by this
yeah,
point.
there's zombies on the
There's
trampoline,
heaps
so
of
he's just
zombies.
like
So
and he's just a bit afraid. Then they come in through the door behind him. He's like, "Oh, I've got to do this." And he steps out on the windowsill. He's kind of waiting, and then I don't know how to say this.
okay, let's just say it. He grabs onto a zombie's dick.
Yeah, it's like an old man, and he's just got his like robe on, and then he like goes to jump, and then he kind of thinks he doesn't or something. He kind of
Yeah,
a
that's
second,
something like
and he goes and grabs the first thing, and he grabs the zombie's penis. And then it slowly stretches out. And
Yeah,
he's like
Oh,
hanging.
no.
He's like hanging, like
He's like
keeps going
hanging.
diagonally. Yeah.
And he's waiting for one of the girl to distract the other zombies so he can actually jump. And like just as it's happened, just
And just
watching
the
it like
foreskin-
slowly like
the
rip
foreskin is
off.
slowly getting
Yeah.
stretched out and ripping. Yeah, and it's just like, what is going on? And none of the characters really seem to question that either.
No, it
They're,
was just
they're
like,
pretty calm with it.
yeah,
but
it was pretty
good,
fucked
though.
up.
It was pretty
but
good.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
The only character I knew out of it was their scout leader.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
I completely forget his name now.
He's
though.
more like just a small character.
He's the guy who plays Champ in Anchorman.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forget.
and
his
he's
name
like in
completely.
Paul, and he's like he plays a
He
lot
does
of
a
like
lot of-
smaller characters.
Yeah, he's always like a supporting role.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
You definitely know his face once you've seen him. a few
yeah.
times,
But I think he's the only real person in it.
Yeah,
No,
like
no,
other than that, I was like, I don't know anyone from this movie
Yeah.
except for the sister is actually in the movie Paper Towns. The sister of the friend.
really?
She's the blonde friend in Paper Towns.
Oh.
But yeah, none of that matters.
But this one doesn't have a shitty ending.
Yeah.
I can't remember the ending. Oh, yeah, no, it's a alright,
I think
pretty normal ending.
they go in, they like start shooting at all the. We're just gonna spoil everything we talk about on this.
Let's
but
just put spoiler at the beginning of this video, and then
Basically,
have
yeah,
it all warned.
they just save.
well,
They do their scouts
As
thing.
you'd
They
expect,
become
they
scouts
save
by
the
the end.
day.
Yeah, by becoming scouts,
Yeah.
they make stuff and they just save the day. And then I think the military rock up at the end.
Yeah.
And then it's just all good again. Like it was just a one night kind of breakout, zombie plague. But that's about it.
yeah, the next one is also a zombie movie, and it's Me and My Mates versus Zombie Apocalypse. It has Alex Williamson, the YouTuber, he's Lucius
comedian.
Aussie bloke and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. He's a comedian, stand-up, and Jim Jeffries, another stand-up comedian, and it was fucking terrible. It honestly, I love those
like
guys.
Paper Towns terrible or
Yeah.
worse?
Oh no, it was worse.
Oh.
Way worse. Okay, so I was keen to watch this. I rented it knowing that I'd like it, thinking I'd like it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd love Jim Jeffries. They're hilarious. The acting was terrible. It was very just like, I know it was crowdfunded, but just very obvious low budget. The jokes were shitty. Like there's a few good like moments that did make me laugh, but the whole time was just a drag to watch. It was just terrible. The zombies were awful. Everything about it was just like shitty, like Z grade. But yeah, there's not much else to say.
I
besides
didn't
that.
like this.
Kind of makes me a bit depressed. I was kind of keen to see it, but
Yeah, so was I.
yeah, I never expected much of it.
Yeah, neither did I. I was like, oh, it's not going to be great, but it's going to be funny, and it was a little bit funny, but mostly just hard to watch for me.
Okay, yeah, right.
It's just like a slow grind and just very awful. Like I feel like if you just watch Alex Williamson's YouTube videos, you get more entertainment out of that than actually watching his movie.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's all I have to really say about it. Next movie, I watch so much movies compared to you guys. But that's because I didn't really do much else last week. The movie She's Out of My League, another rom-com.
I watched
love
that
the
the other day.
rom-coms.
Yeah,
I saw
was
that.
good.
Yeah, I saw that a while ago.
I thought it was
Need to
pretty good.
rewatch.
I like TJ Miller. His Stainer, his friend Stainer.
Oh yeah, he's from Deadpool and stuff too.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things I've seen he's been in. Like
Okay.
he's in Silicon Valley, the TV show Silicon
I
Valley.
haven't seen it.
It's like Silicon Valley's coming from HBO, and it's like app developers. Like they make like an app, and
Okay.
it goes on about like them trying to compete in the current world of like apps and stuff.
That's
pretty
interesting.
It's pretty interesting. Like he's just always like the funny like demeaning like friend of all always.
Yeah, that's sort of,
He
I
fills
feel
that
like,
role
I feel
really
like
well,
he's
yeah.
always that.
He's the
just
dick. He's like the
typecasting.
dick friend, yeah, and he does it really well, and I really like him. He's pretty funny. So,
Yeah, even the main guy from like How to Train Your Dragon and stuff like that. He's
Oh, does he voice him?
no. The main character in the main
Jay
character.
Baruchel.
Yeah, the main character in that movie
Jay Baruchel
does voice the main kid in How to Train Your
Oh,
Dragon.
and so does TJ Miller. He also does a voice. He does Gruff Nut voice in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
so they work together a
The
bit.
more you know.
Yeah,
More you know. That's all I really have to say about the movie. So it's a rom-com and just like typical nerdy guy like getting the girl that's way over his
Yeah.
league in the title.
I think-
But
It's just one of those like those typical rom-coms that you don't. It's not impressive, but you don't.
it's just an easy watch.
Yeah, you
It's
just watch it. Like
That's
it's
kind of funny.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's on Netflix. I was like, I might as well watch it. I think that's about it for me, and I don't know if there's much else to talk about.
we can wrap it up there. Just
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the first episode. So
Yeah.
Thanks for
I feel
sticking
like
with us.
we'll have a lot more to talk about in the next ones, I guess. The ones
Yeah.
that are coming up, especially with stuff coming out in between, kind of now and then.
yeah.
So yeah, check out. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and stuff, and follow us on iTunes. And I'm not sure if we're gonna have a Podbean just yet, but we probably will, and stuff like that. So, where can you find us, Jack? Where can we find you, buddy?
Funny.
MySpace. You can find me on Facebook.
What about Tinder?
Not on Tinder anymore.
Oh, more of a grinder guy? Or?
Not on Tinder
Jesus
anymore.
Christ.
Just recently got a girlfriend, so
Ooh.
Oh, congrats.
yeah, I accidentally got her hooked on Walking Dead,
Oh.
and she's in the past week. She's just caught up to like season 5.
She's like, I don't need you anymore, alright?
Yeah,
I've
she's
moved on
just-
to better things.
She's just flying straight to it, so I'm sorry. No, you introduce a show to someone, and they're just like, yeah, I love this show, and they just powered it out.
Yeah,
That's what
they
she's
don't
done.
care about you
And it's,
anymore.
yeah. But yeah, catch me on Facebook. And
Cool. What about PlayStation Network?
yeah, on the PlayStation Network. You love my name, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It's number_plate_26. It's because 26 is my favourite number.
I love how out of all the numbers, 26 is your favourite.
Yeah, mate, 26.
I never got over that.
Good
I
old
was like-
26.
Like, that's my birthday is 26, so I remember, like, I love that number. I've never been like that, but
It's
each
just,
their own,
like,
eh?
it's just like my lucky number.
26 is a good number.
It is.
It's still kind of weird, but it's a good number. Yeah, I'm probably most active on Instagram. gg.ramsamy. I have PSN as well, which is acegeorgi with just an I on the end. I'll leave the spelling. I'll get Peter or whoever's editing this to leave the spelling down for you. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, probably just Instagram. Can keep up with all the romance novels I read.
Yep.
And now here's the list of everywhere you can find that ginger kid on the internet.
Okay, so you can find me on PlayStation Network, LWD327. You can also find me... Leave me alone.
We're both like...
At least my name has structure. Yours is just numbers.
327 is my favourite number. And then you can also find me on the Snapchat. I may be a ginger. You can find me on Instagram, that ginger kid on the internet. You can find me on Facebook, that ginger kid on the internet. You can find me on Tinder probably.
You probably don't want to.
I think that's about it for now. Also check out our Facebook page, Sugar City Con.
Yeah,
Because that's what we're doing this for,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. It's not about us, okay? It's about Sugar City. Yeah, so check out, we make Facebook posts for the public if you're interested in joining, I guess, the
Social club.
enclosed group. Yeah, the slightly
the cool
cooler
kids
people.
club.
Yeah, there is the social club, so that's all on our website as well. Like Peter was saying, it's $5 to sign up, but you get that $5 back if you're coming to the trivia night. Otherwise, it gets you all sorts of little perks. Probably the coolest one being that you can meet some of our guests and that sort of thing, and
Or
have
even
a
meet
little
us
chat.
if you go to the gatherings. Like,
Yeah, that's
I mean, come on.
almost cooler. But yeah,
Yeah, so that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching or listening. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
we'll see you again in 2 weeks, I guess. Peace out, motherfucker. No.